Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve the problem first and Fibonacci numbers. So the question is the given number n. So we need to return an array, the result array containing the first n Fibonacci numbers. Note the first two numbers of series are 0 and 1. So this is a kind of formula or actual how the Fibonacci numbers are generated. So for example, if the n is 5, then they already gave the first two numbers are 0 and 1. So 0 and 1 are as usual. So from now on, how we will generate? We will generate using the before two numbers. So if you want this number, then this number is equal to sum of previous two numbers. So 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. Next, if you want this number, then how we can get it? We will use before two numbers sum. So 1 plus 1 equal to 2, and if 3 is equal to 2 plus 1. So in this way. So for 7 up to here as usual. After that, for this number 3 plus 2 equal to 5. So for this number 5 plus 3 equal to 8. In this way. So they said n can be equal to 1 also. So for n equal to 1, the number will only continue 0, the array, because only the array they needed one number. So if we need only one number, what is the it is 0. So like this. What is the complexity? So we can see the time is big O of n and the auxiliary space is big O of n. So we can use a single sequential space and a loop type of strategy. So we can see the company tax, Infosys, Wipro, TCS, Accenture, service-based companies. So how to solve it? So let us see first what are Fibonacci numbers and how they are generated. So Fibonacci, they are a series of numbers which are generated using a logic. We will discuss. So any n number of Fibonacci number sequence starts from always 0 and 1, as 0 and 1 are always be the first two main numbers to begin with, because we said there is a formula. So for from now on, after the first and second element, if you need the second element, let us say the first element is called a, comma, second element is called b. So what is next? It is c. So it need c, then c is equals to a plus b, in this way. So what is the formula for generating numbers? It is c is equals to a plus b. This simple one formula. This is how the numbers are generated. So if you see a sequence of n equals to 5, so what it will be? We know as usual the first will be always 0 and 1. So how do we get? So up to now we completed two numbers. So n equal to 2 we completed up to that. So for n equal to 5, what did we say? Let us say it is a and it is b. Then how do we get c? It is a plus b. So 1. So next, for fourth number, we can get before two numbers addition. So 1 plus 1 equal to 2. So for fifth number, the last number, we can get from the before two numbers sum. So 2 plus 1 equal to 3. Simple. So this is how we can get the sequence of Fibonacci numbers. Any n numbers sequence, first n Fibonacci numbers using this formula, simple one. So these are what the Fibonacci numbers and how they can be generated. So our approach. It is simple, we can write here. So first of all we need to see if there is return type. for the method. As we can see, it is there. So simply copy and paste it in your code, and let us say as it is a result, we will give result name. How we will initialize the array? A static array, length n. So we need to generate and store n Fibonacci numbers in this array. So obviously the size is also n. So next, we know one thing, because n can be also 1. So to handle that special case, because we are going to initialize the two static values, first and second elements are 0 and 1. So this is the minimum length of 2. But if we get some lower length like n is equals to 1, then we should simply return the current res value only. So what is the default filling values for integer type? It is 0. So what is the output we needed for n equal to 1? 0, single element. So it is satisfied. So in this way, to handle a special case n equal to 1, we add this separate line. So from now on, n equal to 2 and greater than values, the same logic is applied. What is the first value in the array? The first value is in 0 index, so 0, and second value in the Fibonacci is 1. So completed. The static values are initialized. So we already filled the first 0th index value and the first index value. So what is the next index in an array? 0, 1 are completed. So we know how many times the loop should be run. So we start I variable from second index. So we already filled the 0th and first index. So I start from this index. So I less than n to generate n Fibonacci numbers. So each time, what did we say? The array of current value, the C value, this is assume C it is equal to the sequence before I minus 1 B value and the I minus 2. Means, so let's suppose it is the I value, it is 2. Then how can we get it? I minus 1. So I minus 1, it is plus I minus 2. So 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. So like this, the before 1 and 2 values are addition and then initialized at the current index. So this is how we initialize the n Fibonacci numbers in an array. So next, what we need to do? The storing is completed. So they said to return. So return simply res. That's it. Sample test case passed. So we can see the question solved all the test cases. So that's it. So if you analyze the time and space complexity, the time is, they said expected is big of n. So if you see in our loop, we used a single loop and there is no nested loop inside. So a single loop almost takes, depending on the n, it takes big of n. So when it comes to the space, we use the dependent on the number of size parameter a space value, which is the array. So it takes again big of n. So time is big of n, space is big of n of our code, and the expected one are also big of n, big of n. So the solution ours is acceptable. So practice this program. Thank you for watching.